Dave, first, there was multiple moments tonight, whether it was co-host and Julio, Mookie, and Yoshi, in which guys were, communicating and giving advice to each other. What do these moments say about the type of men that are in this clubhouse?
It just speaks to just kind of the environment that you've got veteran players talking to young players, pitchers talking to hitters, hitters talking to pitchers. They're talking hitting, approach, they're talking defense, they're talking base running. So as a coach, to kind of see that interaction amongst players, that's the win.
And did you expect Chris Taylor to return from his wrist soreness with as great of a night as he did?
Nothing really surprised me with CT. I felt good that we could stay away from him last night and to get him back, for the last couple of days, actually. So to get him back in, when he's in there, you just always expect something good to happen and him impact the game, whether it's on the defensive side or in the batter's box. And tonight, he was a star in the batter's box.
And Julio had such an efficient outing. When you see his pitch count and how effective he is being on the mound, what just really stands out to you?
I think with Julio now, it's he's a lot more efficient. With his secondary, whether it's a changeup or the slurve that he throws, he can strike that to get ahead, to get back into a count, and he's just not as predictable. So I think that being able to command the fastball, be more efficient with the breaking stuff, allows him to go deeper in games, and really just helps us as a ball club.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next questions from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead, Bill.
If we talk about young pitchers being works in progress, can we get past that with Julio? Is he a complete pitcher now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, I think that people kind of talk about it, but I personally don't. He's as seasoned as any pitcher, around the league. So he's pitched in a ton of big spots and fared very well. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really care about age. It's experience and how he handles big moments, and he's as good as there is.
And we talked about this a little bit over the last 2 weeks, but what is different about Gavin Lux now?
Gavin is just kind of, he's freed himself to basically be himself on a baseball field. And, what that means is he's not afraid to make mistakes. He's just playing more relaxed. The focus is obviously still there, but he's just showing, he's letting his ability kind of take over. And the results obviously have been very good. You look at what he's done this month. He's played as well as anybody this month on both sides of the baseball.
Is that it sounds more like a mental adjustment than any, unlocking anything in his swing.
Yeah. And I'm all about mechanics at times, but I just really do believe in the mindset, the psyche of a player. Really means a lot. I think that you can dig into mechanics as much as you want, but if you're not yourself and don't feel relaxed, it's just hard to perform regardless.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, just making sure, is everything good with Albert after getting hit?
Yeah. Albert's fine. He just kind of took a good one off the elbow, but I think he'll be fine.
And Julio mentioned not going to his changeup tonight. I mean, obviously you probably noticed that. Is there anything a part of the game plan, or is that just a feel thing for him, you think?
I thought Will did a great job with Julio, and a little bit of it is the feel with the breaking ball, a little bit, obviously probably the game plan, the right way to attack those guys. So it's something that was working, and mixing in a little bit the changeup, but yeah, the breaking ball and the fastball were pretty good tonight.
Thank you.
Next questions from Claudia Agestro. Go ahead.
Dave, Julio's fastball and curveball looked good tonight. What did you think about those pitches? Was the velocity what you expected?
It was. The velocity, he's probably averaged 94 plus tonight, and it was all over the zone, really good. The life of the fastball, really good. So, tonight was a good night with the fastball. Yes.
Thank you.
Next question is from Fabian Ardaya. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, just sort of following up on Gavin. I know Chris was talking about how he's noticed that Gavin's maybe a little bit more aggressive in the zone. I mean, how much does that sort of change how he goes about in a bat when you can sort of notice that he's being more aggressive in the zone?
He's just coming from a place of yes and go with his swing, where I think that hitters at times have a tendency to be in between when you start kind of overthinking things. But right now he's looking for his zone and his go zone, and he's doing it. And if it's not there, he's checking off.
And how does that sort of like, when you have that sort of yes mode, does that sort of lend yourself to maybe impacting the baseball a little bit more frequently?
Yeah, it actually allows you to impact the baseball more, and kind of counterintuitively, it allows you to stop your swing on pitches out of the zone even better. So he's doing a nice job.
Thanks, Dave.
Last questions from Koji. Go ahead, Koji.
Hi, Dave. How do you see it, Yoshi, tonight?
Yoshi was good. I thought, earning 2 walks his first 2 at-bats, really good. Then he had a tough lefty, and then he flew out to shallow left field. But I think, for him to not play for quite some time to get back in there, I thought he did a really nice job for us.
Thank you.